Morning everybody. Well, this week's a bit different. I'm in Turkey on holiday and I'm out classic car hunting. Now on the way here saw lots in the transfer, Macho Escorts, early Ladas, Lada Rivas, things which look like a Fiat or Alfa. Not going that fast, won't really pick much of it up on the footage on the video. So I thought I'd get out early morning, have a little wander, see what we can see. And at the moment I've just spotted this trike, which is not really a classic car, but it is what it is, and we'll catch up in a second. So this is a trike, VW Beetle based. Looks like it's been abandoned for many years. It's such a shame, really. But these things happen, don't they? Headlamps hanging off. But make a great restoration jobby, that would, for somebody. It's just down the side of the road, abandoned. So here's the first one. Not really a classic, it was supposed to be a modern classic. Porsche Cayman S. Like a grey colour. Unusual to see a Porsche, I suppose, over here. It's a 718. And then we've got a Focus Saloon. Red and white, unusual colour. These are quite rare these days. It's an early one by the looks of it as well. Kia model. No rust. Looks like it's been polished through or painted over. It looks reasonable condition for one of them. But first two spots, we're off to a good start. Okay, so our next spot's this rather tired looking Renault 12. 5 Vites it says on the door, on the wing. Looks like it's had an hard life, paint's battered, body's battered, but it's still going. Oh my god, down the side looks like it's been through the wars. The wing, the door, got more ripples than the ocean. Dents. It's got a lovely orange seat covers, big dent in the roof. But I've seen a few of these knocking around. This is far the worst condition one I've seen so far. But like I say, it's still here and it's still going, so that's a testament to Renault. And I'm sure it will go on for many years. Just over the way here we've got this Fiat Tipo SLX again. You don't see very many of these days, like an estate version, big speakers in the back. So there's a load of these what I've seen, the Tofaces, which look like a Fiat toes, and I can't remember, it's a 131 or something, but there's tons of these around, absolutely tons. A lot of them are in white. But there must have been taxis at one stage, but a great looking car, very boxy, and they must run forever. But they're probably Fiat based, selling under a different guise over here in Turkey. But it's a really nice car actually, and everything's rust free because of the weather, which is fantastic. We've got a long wheelbase 110 Rover, Land Rover Defender, big wheels on it. I assume that's been imported. Here's a C-Class C200, a bit battered in blue, paint faded, but again, testament to Mercedes, older cars still running. Got modern alloys on that one. Well, there's a turn up for the books. British Leyland MGF. Had one exactly the same colour, silver, very similar wheels. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was 12 months old, mine on the Y. It is an F as well. Now that is a surprise. Lovely condition. No dents in it, no rust. Body kit on it. All blacked out windows. Roof's a bit damaged. However, we go to the extreme here, a Renault 9. I've never seen such a bad car if it's still on the road. It's just a Renault 9 fairway. It does look like it's usable. There's massive chunks of corrosion on the wheel arch. The door's actually hanging off. I can't see this being used, but you never know. The brake discs don't look rusty. It's not even got a front bumper on it. It does look like it's used. The paint, well, what can you say? There's not a great deal left of it. Lots of cards and stuff on the inside. Loads of junk, got jump leads in it. Well, there you go. Proper relic. Or should we say wreck. Got some lovely new apartments to my left here, just walking down the road. Then you look to the right, you've got some which are derelict. A bit like the cars. The Mink car there, MGF. Then you've got a wreck of a Renault. How bizarre. So we've got now a Mark 4 Fiesta, maybe Mark 5. Facelift version. Unusual to see. Didn't think Fords did a bit of exporting to Turkey, but I'm totally wrong probably. So it was real good condition, again, no rust. And then just to our left there's a, looks like a Toyota, it's a Mitsubishi L300 minibus van. Workers. Then we've got another one of these Tauruses, absolute minter. Absolute mint in white, blacked out windows. Oh, what a lovely car. That is really well cared for. Looks like it's been freshly cleaned. Beautiful condition. You can't see in it though because it's all blacked out windows, but definitely a well maintained vehicle that. Really well maintained. Somebody who really cares for their vehicle. You can tell that. 1.6 IE. And it's got like a little pea shooter exhaust on it. Minute. Oh, what a lovely car. Here we have a G400 G-Wagon. I thought this would be quite unusual here. A lot of money these. When new, looks a relatively newish one as well with a facelift grille. Looks Turkish registration. Has a TR on the number plate. A grey metallic. They just sound awesome. But I don't think it's an AMG one. Obviously it's a diesel one, but yeah, still G-Wagon all the same. Okay, so here's another one of these. Now this is Fiat's. This is badged as a Fiat, which is exactly the same as the other ones we've been looking at, but this is one of the more poorer conditioned cars I've seen. Big dint in the wing, the front, different wheels, but again it's still running. Testament to Fiat. They're not always fix it again tomorrow, are they? As we can see. Here we have a proper classic Fiat 126. Turkish registration, got a Ford number plate holder on, nickel alloy wheels, beautiful, real good condition. Or in Poland they call these a Maluk. If you'd watched the wheeler dealer thing the other day, got flat tyres, so obviously not moved for a bit. Nickel hatchback version, I don't know if that's unusual or not. I'm sure they had a booted version, most of them, but it's a 126 bias. Make a nice car, that cleaned up. Looks like it's been cared for, it's polished through in areas, so I'd like to think it has been looked after in the past, but you never know. Here's another sort of future classic, Polo with a boot. Now this is worse for wear, flat tyres, rusty roof. Polo classic. This doesn't look like it's moved in quite a substantial time. 4 flat tyres. Just waiting for the scrap man to come and collect. The paint's gone. It's a scrapper really. Probably a good source for some parts though, possibly. Here's another one of them Tofasses or Fiats. Reasonable condition. Not as good as the white one though. Here's a lovely Harley Davidson motorbike. Beautiful, all aluminium or silver coloured. Really nice. Just parked at the side of the road. I think there's a security guard at the side of me. Really nice, big exhaust on it. V engine. Here's an LT35 camper van, Carmen. Looks like it could be Dutch. It's got D on the number plate. Must be doing a bit of travelling around. Like possibly could be sleeping in it, so I'm not going to do too much looking at it. Walk past it, pretty sharpish. Big rack on the back for the push bikes. Yeah, but that's on a few miles. Here's a rare car these days in the UK, the Ford KA. They were sort of, I think, a replacement alongside, or not a replacement, a smaller car alongside the Fiesta, which is now gone. The KA still goes, I suppose that's the Fiesta replacement. It always used to rot round the fuel cap. This one's in good condition, obviously because of the weather. Nice metallic blue colour, but it's a bit battered, but it's good to see all in all. It's a 90s Mercedes 190, oh might be a 300 this. Looks a bit big, real good condition that. Another well cared for car here. 200E, yeah, big E-Class from the late 80s, early 90s. Beautiful car. Nice in-tip manual as well. Wonder whether it's been a taxi in the past. Got some factory fitted sunroof. Lovely. Straight car that as well, no dents in it. I've just found this shelter and it's got this massive Mercedes. Almost looks like some sort of, I don't know, bus type. Must be something. Tyres are flat, it's not moved very far, but must be some sort of like vehicle to take people out on rallies somewhere or sightseeing. I think it's not sure what it's called. I remember seeing one, Mowag or something. Somebody might be able to tell me in the comments if you don't mind. Also got this. This reminds me of something out of the Italian Job, but a bit newer. Salino Ranch. It must be a crew bus to take people out to the ranch somewhere. It's a bit like an aircraft hangar this, but it's a Peugeot. Looks quite old, but it's probably not really. Here we have another Renault 12. This is a little bit better condition than the previous one we saw. In white. It actually looks reasonably roadworthy. Toros says on it. That must be a local model. And then we've got its younger cousin here. I think this is a later version of the same vehicle, a booted version again. The Broadway doesn't say what make it is. I think it's a Renault 12. I might be wrong again. Please comment in the comment section if you know what it is. Paint's a little bit gone on it. Sun damage, the lacquer. But generally, it's in quite good condition.
Now this is a mint March Escort spotted on my travels back from the airport to the destination. The van driver was going that fast, I struggled to get a photo, but it was it looked really mint, parked just at the side of the road in some sort of car lineup or showroom. But it took me by surprise really. And then just moving on to a later Escort, Mark 5. That was also just parked, looked like it was in regular use, but it was also good to see. One thing I did, here's another one I've spotted, a Mark 5 at the front on a showroom front. I think it might have been just in for repair by the looks of it, but it looked like it. And just up from the Escort, there was this cracking set of ramps I saw with a Fiat on it. I thought it was really good. You get right underneath to do any repairs.
Okay, so we've come out second day, it's absolutely pouring down. Here's the wife all wrapped up. And I found this fantastic Mark II Transit. Beige colour. These are quite rare in the UK because they're all rotted away. It's got some sort of stickers on it, I'm not sure. It said so much stripe. It's got a phone number, I don't know if it's for sale, but it's good to see it up and about still. Quite rare, like I say. And there's a couple of them Fiat type vehicles down there as well. What I've seen in the past all over the place. Here we have something a bit unusual. A load of chickens and a tractor. A Fiat, Turkey Fiat. Obviously in regular use. Here's one of these Tauruses again, or Fiats. But it's an estate version. I thought it was a Peugeot at first, but clearly wrong. In maroon, broken door handle. Bit of a dint on the front, but still going. Like I say, probably ex-taxi. Here's a rare car, Peugeot 504. It's in very, very good condition. Very little rust. Turkish registration. Kept out of the weather, which is great. Here's another early Renault 12. Chrome bumper model. H's. Very good condition. Oh, very good condition. No door bottoms in it. The old 3 studs on the wheel. Obviously still on the road though. Well, the weather's completely changed and we've just fallen across this. A beetle on top of a shop. Complete car. How bizarre. The weather's fantastic now this afternoon. There we go. Very novel. So we've come across another one of these, and these are actually a Fiat Regatta. Found out off the interweb. This is in good condition in green. Plenty of these lying around. Good morning, day 3. Sun is out, even though it was forecast rain, a bit of clouds in the background. So now we're off hunting again. See if we can find some more cars. It turned out to be a lovely day yesterday after the weather. After the horrendous rain in the morning. Dried up and beautiful. So we'll see what we can find today. Okay, so first one we've come across is looks like a Suzuki Jimny. There's in fact there's 3 of them, all wrapped up. They look like a Jeeps. These look like, and there's a pickup. I'm not sure what the thing is with them. Whether it's just to protect them from the rain they've been forecasting, or whether it's just, well, it's full of water, that one. That's not going to do it any good, though. But it's just costed off the road, but who knows? Sure, we'll find out one day when they've gone. Over there's another Fiat Regatta. There's plenty of these about, so if you're restoring one, maybe it's a place to come to buy one or buy parts, because obviously being kept to keep on the road. So here we have a Renault 9 diesel version. It's the first one I've seen with a badge with a diesel on. Looks in very good condition. Obviously still in everyday use. A great source of parts if you're running one. There seems to be plenty of these 19s and 9s and Renaults along with the Fiat Regattas around here. So like I said earlier on, it'd be worth coming over here or importing your stuff from me if you need to. Here's a couple of more Harley Davidsons. Very similar to the one I saw the other day. Not in as nice condition, but similar wheels. And another one over the back there. It's a Titan, so I don't think that's a Harley. I bet they sound awesome with the big exhaust pipes on. Here's a Renault 12. Feeling a little bit sad for itself, but Saying that, somebody is caring for it, I suppose, because it's got a few repairs on it. Body filler. So it's obviously being looked after. Early chrome bumper model. So probably 80s, I would think. Might even be even 70s. I don't know, I can tell really with these. I have to do a bit of Google searching, I suppose. But left-hand drive manual. Radio's all taped over, so it's had a bit of repair done, but it's still here. So I think it's probably late 70s. So here's an early E-Class overhead lamp one, just before Mercedes completely changed direction. E200, silver, nice car, very straight, obviously owned by probably the management of the hotel, I would think. So here's one of these Taurus, so probably a Fiat based Lada that I saw at the traffic lights earlier on. Seen a few of these knocking around, but very difficult to get hold of because I was whizzing past. But yeah, proper old, it's a Sarco or Serco. It's a bit like the old Lada they used to have years ago back home in England. Here we go, classic Beetle, lovely. In yellow, really nice. Yeah, on the road as well, which is great to see. A big bumper model, big backlights, all tinted out windows. First, apart from the Fiat 126, this is the only real other classic I've seen, along with the one that was on the roof. So maybe I need to head inland a bit more to try and find some more vehicles, eh? Here's another Renault 12 Estate, looks in relatively good condition, late model one, with the plastic bumpers. Also got a Opel Astra, which is a bit 90s really. So I had to walk down to the beach, found this Fiat 124S, all souped up, big wheels on it, max out wheels, windows, sorry. This is very similar to the one I saw earlier on today. So I spotted this the other day when we were coming here, I'm sure it was, and I was right. Vauxhall Cavalier, or marked as a Vectra here, in Opel Vectra Mark III. I thought that my eyes weren't deceiving, but it's a Minter in white. Yeah, and lo and behold, just across the way, over the road, in the distance there, there's another one, so we'll have a bob over. So what's the chances of seeing two Cavaliers or Opel Vectras within 50 foot of each other when you're in Turkey? But lo and behold, both white ones. Really nice to see them, still going strong, great car really, from Vauxhall Opel. So proof in the pudding, they're still running, even though they're late 80s. Morning, welcome to day 4. Absolutely beautiful weather. As you can see, it's 6:30 in the morning, so I'm off hunting today. I'm going to go and up some of the older streets local to myself, rather than towards the beach areas, and see what we can find. See you in a bit. So first we've come across another Mercedes E-Series, grey on grey, looks really nice. With a straight car, blacked out windows. And now we've got a Astra Estate, marked up as a Opel in metallic grey, looking a bit worse for wear. It's good to see, still on the road. Here's a Maroon 5 Series Beamer with alloy wheels, quite rust free, 520. Turkish registration. Quite a nice car actually for an old Beamer. It's good to see. Leather interior. Very presentable. Great car then. Here's something not seen a lot of over here. Hondas. This little Civic in red. A big boot spoiler. Looks a bit sported up. Another Turkish registration car. A great car these, just seem to run forever. can't beat the Japanese for reliability. Yeah, really good to see, something different. Here's another 5 Series, badged Alpine, I'm not sure whether it is or not, blacked out windows. It's got 4 exhausts, it possibly could be, but who knows. Now I saw this yesterday and I didn't manage to get a picture as you were driving past. Sherpa van, well, pickup, still going strong and rust free. You never used to see these that much back at home, but now they're still going. There's quite a few of them out here I've seen, and this was a diesel one. It sounds like a diesel. I know we used to have the petrol version in a van, but fantastic to see the Leyland still going on. We have another Fiat 124 in white, parked up outside the hotel complex under a tree. It's really good condition, to be honest, and one with alloy wheels on. Marked up as a Sarco. Probably quite a good car. Wonder if they do drive like the old larders where they were really heavy on the ceiling, but we'll never know. Here we've got a nice American Chevrolet, black with a tan interior. ZR1 it says on the grille. So I don't know what ZL1, sorry, I don't know what that means for the model make, but yeah, the first American car I've seen here, so it looks really nice. Just doing a bit of a wash. Here we've got a Renault 12 Estate in white again. There seems to be plenty of these around. Still on the road. It looks really quite like these actually. There's an old chap called Ron I spoke to at one of the car meets back in England, and he's got a lovely one he's had from 12 months old, 1976, so he's kept it in good condition, but these seem to be better than his as well, considering they've been battered as well, probably from traffic and usage over here as taxis. But hey, good to see them still on the road. Developed from this Taunus GT, basically a Mark 5 Cortina, the German version. 5-speed box it says, different grille, different headlamps. That's a surprise. Looks like it's in regular use, so it looks like Cortina panels. Probably Cortina dash. No, it's got a different dash in. Can't really see. But yeah, 5-speed. The GT, and somebody's put an S badge on it. Blow my neck. I've never seen one of them in the flesh. Turkish registration as well. What a spot. Lo and behold, found another Taunus GT. Can't believe it. Don't see any, and you see 2. This one's in black, a little bit rougher than the other one. But yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, big wheels on the back of this one. For some reason, all done up. Banded steelies. Oh yeah, blacked out, sinister style. Renault 12 protected by cats. Quite funny. I'm all on the roof. I'm resting on the bonnet in the sun. So here we have a Fiat Uno. It's dark, it's only 8:30 at night, believe it or not. It's pitch black here, but you don't see them very often. It's an Uno S, a bit rough. Paintwork's absolutely shot, but it's very good to see still on the road. Good morning. So last full day, day 6. 6 o'clock just after in the morning, 4 o'clock UK time. Just thought I'd have a wander out. One route I've not took down to these big hotels further up the road. See if we can find anything else before I wrap it up. So we'll crack on. Okay, so I've been walking for miles and found nothing. Then I've just stumbled across this old Mercedes. I think it's an S-Class. Looking at it, got an AMG badge on it. Now these are fantastic. These old Mercs, big reliable German motors. Look at the corrosion on the back end, wheel arches, but apart from that, Looks pretty good. All blacked out windows, but you just don't see these anymore, you know, and nice to see the big star on the front and still on the road. There's another little Fiat Uno in white this time, much better than the one we saw last night in red. Bodywork looks really good on this. What model is this one? Just a standard Uno. But yeah, rock free, unbelievable. Here we have a Renault 9 Saloon in grey with black. Must be one of the staff at the hotel, I would think. Pretty rust free, which is unbelievable. The weather really preserves these older vehicles out here. I know there were some rough ones, but they're probably 40 years old. But these being 80s, they really stood the test of time. Well, things are a little bit thin on the ground this morning. Can't seem to find much. Found this Sherpa pickup, or the Levandi version in Turkey. But it just goes to show, if you wanted parts, if you were doing a Sherpa van, you could probably still get them over here, some good rust-free parts. And it's been used as a fairground ride transportation by the looks of it, but it's in really great condition. There's no rust on it whatsoever, and this one's not battered like the red one, which wasn't really that battered. But yeah, looks like it's got a bit of an oil leak on the floor, but it's still going strong. Who'd have thought it, eh? Sherpa van's still going in the 2024 when they probably ceased production, until LDV took them over, I think, and they sort of carried the brand on, but they weren't really the original Sherpas that we're all used to in the 70s and 80s in the UK. So again, we find ourselves stumbling over these Fiat Regattas. There's quite a clean white one there, and we've got the metallic red one, alloy wheels on it, next to another clean white one. Just across the way is another metallic red one, but there's a little E200 Mercedes in white, still going strong. Great to see these old Mercs last forever. Then we've got another red Fiat metallic one, paint a bit tatty and a bit battered. And then we've got a mint, absolutely mint, Donegal Doing SLX 2 litre IE. That's a mint of that, certainly well looked after. And there's another one, a blue metallic one. Not seen one this colour, a little bit ripply down the side, but again, there's loads of them about. There's another one just up in the distance there, you can see it. I'll try and zoom in. It's parked up there. I've just spotted a Fiat 124, so we'll nip over and have a look at it. So here's a Fiat 124, badged as a Tofass, just like the Lada was years ago. Exactly the same shape, probably the same body panels, probably everything the same. Looks like it's got a rare louver in the back window. People would probably die for them in the UK for modifying to fit the 80s classics, because that's what everybody had, 70s and 80s then. But it's in great condition and looks pretty rust free, so Lada lives on. So just down the way there we have a Renault 12 Estate. Looks in very good condition, early vehicle with the chrome bumpers, and it's got its CB aerial on, or whatever, antenna. But yeah, it looks in great condition. A little bit ripply from what I can see, but still on its standard wheels and looks pretty standard. So yeah, all's good. Another one. Plenty of them around, like I've said in the past. So we've got another Fiat Regatta Estate version in silver. Looks pretty good condition. Massive estate that. It's a real good sized car. You can see where they can be used for taxiing. Yeah, that's a 1.6 LE and it's named a Cartal or something. I can't pronounce it. Cartal. But yeah, great to see. Well, here's something a bit different. I don't know what on earth it is. It looks like some sort of pickup. It's outside a Buffalo Steakhouse, but it's, looks like it's had plenty of use. Looking at the tyres, there's no tread left on them. Not sure what make it is. I don't know who makes that out. Don't know. Yeah, looks like 50s, 60s maybe. It's got a bit of hay in the back. Not sure what the dash is like. Very basic. Got a Ford steering wheel on, so I'm not sure. It's got cart springs on the front, so I'm not sure what make it is. But very unusual. Here we have another Fiat 124. It's an early one, this chrome bumper in white. Look, a bit of corrosion on this one and a bit around the scuttle there. But it says Masala on the front. So yeah, all lowered, but that's heavy on the steering, but it looks more like a Lada version. Now look at this, Opel version of something. And oh, beautiful, proper classic car this. I don't know what model it is, but it's beautiful. Probably one of the oldest cars I've seen here. Bit rusty, but beautiful. Got a lovely dash inside. You can see in. What a lovely car. Looks like a bit like an Oxford, Morris Oxfordish at the front, but not sure. Yeah, lovely. Opel. Well then, that finally concedes it. I won't be doing any more hunting. I found a couple of great spots. That old Opel was beautiful. Don't know what it was, looks like 50s, maybe 60s, but inside a hotel entrance. So I was really pleased with spotting that, and it was worth my trip out today. So that's the end of the holiday, off at dinner. It's now 7 o'clock. Sorry. Yeah, 10 past 7. So I'm about to clock off and see you on the next one. Cheers. So we're back at the hotel now, and that's me done, I think. Finished all my jaunting around, unless anything else pops up and I'll add it to the end. But for this holiday, I think we can call that a wrap. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. There's been a varied amount of vehicles, but a lot of them are these Toros Fiat Regattas, and you get sick of seeing them in the end. But there's some real crackers about, and it's good to see. So till the next one, speak to you soon. Bye bye.